images that would define it. We were down to reviews and executive rehearsals for the big day's announcements. I would be back before the final rehearsal for the big event. I told Richard the agency had everything handled. I would be gone 2 days, 3 max, back as soon as possible. Now, I paced from one end of Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport to the other. The airport was too small for me to work off my rising anxiety. I spun around to face the baggage area again. I'd left Grandpa a message that I would be on this flight, the only daily arrival. When I'd gotten off the plane, I'd left another voice message that I had arrived, and I'd called again just a few minutes ago. He wasn't answering his phone or returning my calls. I had expected Grandpa to be here, waiting for me. My worries mounted. This was not like him. His summons had spurred me into immediate action. Grandpa sounded off, not like himself. I wanted to get here, help him, and then get back to my Silicon Valley agency. Work needed me. I glanced at the digital clock above the baggage conveyor. An hour had already wasted, waiting. Things were not going according to plan. The annoying rattles and buzz of the baggage room AC continued as it struggled to keep the humidity and heat outside. I looked through the sliding glass doors, the small airport's only public entrance and exit. Where was he? Back to pacing. I tugged my rolling suitcase behind me, one short length of the airport to the other. My phone grasped tightly in my free hand, while my eyes scanned the few gathered to greet or leave. Not much of a crowd. Mostly military personnel, with country folks scattered here and there. To one corner, I noticed a man in a dress shirt and a tie, in an intense conversation with a small Kiowa woman. His yellow tie with, yes, matching yellow cowboy boots stood out in a sea of military green and faded jeans. Obviously, this guy was someone playing a cowboy. My hands returned to the digital display of the outside temperature and time, claiming it was 102 degrees outside. That seemed impossible. It was only 10 o'clock in the morning. But this was late June in Lawton, Oklahoma. There by the luggage conveyor, I spotted the back of an elderly Kiowa man, his braids, more gray than black, hanging down below his collar. I waved and called out, "Hey, Grandpa!" Before the man turned fully around, I knew he wasn't my grandfather. I tossed a, "Sorry, wrong grandpa," toward him and moved away, letting a slight smile slip out as I wondered how many other grandpas had turned with my call. The hiss of the automatic doors opening pulled my eyes to the front of the airport. A solid, 50-something Kiowa woman marched in. Her head swiveled, making her silver disc earrings swing as she looked quickly around the airport. She caught sight of me and headed in my direction. Chapter 2. The woman looked faintly familiar. She had the typical look of the older Kiowa woman that I had grown up with. One dark braid with threads of gray, pulled back tight as if to center a long, straight nose on a scowling face. She aimed her scowl at me as she strode over. The woman announced, "You're James Sawpole's granddaughter." Before I could say yes, she continued, "I see you still got that curly hair." The old jab was a direct hit. I was different. I had been born with naturally curly hair amid a reservation full of people with stereotypical straight Indian hair. Even in my family, I'd been the only one born with this wild hair. My curly hair branded me a mixed breed to the tribe, while my high cheekbones and long hook nose marked me Indian to Hungpokos, the non-Indians. Despite the jab, I smiled. My grandfather had called my hair buffalo hair to make me feel special rather than an outsider in my family and tribe. I dropped my messenger bag from my shoulder. "Yes, James Sawpole is my grandfather. Have we met?" I took in her going-to-town clothes, dark slacks topped with a matching blouse and a Pendleton blanket-style blazer. The silver of her handmade earrings reflected the bright colors of her jacket. She faced me, but her eyes scanned the area, searching. She seemed anxious, looking for something, someone. Then she did something very un-Kiowa. She did not formally introduce herself, reciting her ancestors, so that I could then reply, noting our cross points through the generations. She simply launched into, "You may remember, I'm Anna Manyhorse. I'm a legislator for the Kiowa tribe. Your grandfather and I were supposed to meet early this morning. He made it sound urgent, but didn't show up. James mentioned he planned on being on your flight. I thought I would catch him here."